Dear Lady Love TV.
Ruined Fairy Tale with Mr. Billionaire. Tunghayan na po natin ang ika-11 bahagi. Cassie, what happened last night? Save it. Mariinay ang putol sa kabila ng pag-iinit ng mga mata. Alam niya ang sasabihin nito at ayaw niya iyong marinig. He was fucking sorry and was regretting it. Kitang-kita niya yun sa mga mata nito. I know what happened. You don't have to explain it. We're adults. Hindi mo kailangang akuin ang lahat ng responsibilidad. It's done and we just have to move on and forget. Forget? Forget it? Mapait itong umiti. Yan ba ang solusyon mo sa lahat? Let's fucking forget it. Gusto na niyan sigawan ng lalaki. Of course, she knew it was impossible to forget it. Sa kanilang dalawa, siguradong siyang mas mahihirapan para sa kanya ang makalimot kaysa sa Rito. It was her first time after all. Pero ano pa ba ang pwede nilang gawin? Humapdi ang kanyang dibdib sa natitirang solusyon na ayaw niya sanang pansinin. But at last, she could not deny it. He was right. They could not forget something like this. It only meant one thing. They could be friends anymore. Inipon niya ang lakas at pwersa ng boses na lumabas sa kanyang lalamunan. It really hurt me. Maaaring hindi siya nito gusto sa ganoong paraan, pero umaasa pa rin sana siya na maging magkaibigan sila. Marahil ay nagiging sakim na siya para sa bagay na iyon. And you're right, we can forget about it. So we have to stop seeing each other now. The anger that suddenly crept into his features made her draw back. Hinila siya nito palapit. What are you talking about? Napakakalmado ng tinig nito na hindi niya maiwasan ng matakot. Pero nanatiling nakataas ang kanyang noo sa harap ng matiim nitong titig. From now on, I don't want to see you and I don't want to. Pinutol nito ang kanyang mga salita nang marahas nitong halik. She tried to fight it but he was too strong. He held her firmly by her nape as his mouth relentlessly plundered hers. Ayaw man niya, hindi niya mapigilan ang katawan sa pagtugon dito. She felt her body melting under the heat of his kiss. Their tongues mated and he groaned. He tipped her head back and kissed her harder. Her lips were swollen and tingling when he released them. Do you know what happened last night, Cassie? Sinubukan niya magsalita, pero hindi niya magawa. Hinihingal siya at nahihilo dahil sa halik nito. We had unprotected sex. You know the possible consequences of that. Tila yun malamig na tubig na binuhos sa kanya. Sex, that was all it was to him. Napalipad bukas ang kanyang mga mata at napatitig dito. He smiled grimly. Not seeing each other is out of the question now. Sa tingin mo ba, pwede nating baliwalain ang posibilidad na? Marahas niya itong itinulak. Ramdam niya muli ang pag-init ng mga mata. She glared at the man sitting in front of her. She was not going to hear it. Nakikita na niya kung saan mapupunta ang usapan nila. This bastard would probably offer marriage if she never became pregnant because of last night. Mapait siyang umiling. I'm going home. Hindi mo pwedeng takbuhan to. I don't want to talk about this right now. Mabilis siyang tumayo pero muli siyang pinigilan ng binata. His cold eyes bore angrily into hers. She glared back at him with all the venom she could muster. Let's be adults here and talk about this properly. I agree. Let's be adults and I hope as a rational adult, you can see that I'm not emotionally fit to talk about this right now. I want to be alone right now. Hindi ko to tatakbuhan, pero hindi ko to kayang pag-usapan ngayon. Now, let go of me. Hindi niya na ito hinayaang sumagot pa. Mariin niyang hinawakan ng kumot at mabilis na bumangon mula sa kama at tumakbo pa banyo. Wala silang imikan pabalik sa hotel. Matapos maligo ay masiglang nagpaalam si Cassie sa mga bata at kina Mama Helen. Tinanong ng mga ito kung kailan siya babalik, pero hindi siya agad nakasagot. Napamahal na sa kanya ang mga ito. Pero alam niya hindi makabubuting makipag-ugnayan pa siya sa mga taong malapit kay Rafi. Sa huli, sinabi niya na susubukan niya pero hindi niya sigurado. Malungkot ang mga ito pero hindi ipinahalata sa kanya. It pained her. They were so good to her and she really liked being with them. She wished she could continue seeing them. Matigas ang ekspresyon sa mukha ng binata nang harapin niya ito. Narinig nito ang pag-uusap nila ni Mama Helen. Hindi niya ito pinansin. Nang makarating sila sa La Soledad at maipark ito ng sasakyan. Agad niyang tinanggal ang seatbelt at hinagilap ang handle ng pinto. Pero maagap siyang hinawakan ng binata sa braso. "When are we going to talk about this?" His voice was tightly controlled. Tiim labing ipinilit niya ang sariling harapin ito. Lalong naging prominente ang matigas na mga anggulo ng mukha nito dahil sa pagtitiimbagang nito. Kitang-kita niya na pinipigil nitong maging emosyonal. She forced the words through her dry throat. "If I get pregnant, I will tell you. In the meantime, let's stay away from each other." "So that is it?" Tila napigtas na ang pasensya nito. Pinigil niya ang pag-init ng mga mata. Ano ba talaga ang gusto ng taong to sa kanya? Yes, ganun nga. Everything about this engagement was stupid. This 2-week trial was stupid. I'm sorry for wasting both of our time. Go back to your life before you met me, Rafi. Because I just want to go back to mine. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Raw pain flashed in his eyes, but it was gone before she could fully see it. Payak itong tumango. "But you can cancel the engagement. Not right now. We have to wait at least 3 weeks to find out if you're pregnant. Let's talk after that." Tila yun punyal sa kanyang dibdib, pero hindi niya pinansin. That was all he really cared about. "I'm going to cancel it now. Even if I become pregnant, marriage is not the only solution here." Sa pagkakataong to, purong galit ang nakita niya sa mga mata ng binata. "What are you talking about? We don't have to get married even if I become pregnant and raise my child without a father?" He almost shouted. "Let's just talk about this after 3 weeks. Kahit siya ay nasorpresa sa pagiging pinal ng kanyang tinig. But she was not going to back down. She refused to even talk marriage with him because of this. "I'm canceling the engagement now. Our 2-week trial is over. Let's get back to our lives, Rafi. Go back to Annie. You love her, right? Don't let what happened ruin everything." Pagbanggit niya sa babae, agad bumakas ang halo-halong emosyon sa kanyang mukha. Lalong lumakas ang kanyang loob. Tama ang ginagawa niya. Those two were meant for each other. Rafi loved Annie. Ang nangyari na nakaraang gabi ay isang pagkakamali. Hindi nila kailangang habang buhay na pagdusahan yon. Tumalikod siya sa binata at tinulak ang pinto pabukas. Lumabas siya ng kotse at walang lingon niyang tinungo ang elevator. Hindi siya pinigilan ng lalaki. Hindi niya hinayaan ang sariling umiyak hanggang sa makarating siya sa sarili niyang silid. There, in the security of her pink room, she cried her heart out for her disastrous first love. "What the hell did you do?" Halos maputol ang litid ni Carlo. Sa galit niya, malamig na tinitigan ni Rafi ang ama. "What do you want?" Nasa loob siya ng kanyang opisina. Sabado noon at 5:00 na ng hapon. Half-day lamang ang pasok ng mga empleyado ng araw na yon at nakaalis na nga mga ito pero naiwan siya. Nagbabasa siya ng mga lab reports na dumating ang ama. How dare you tell Jem about? How dare you to lie to me? Hindi na niya napigilan ang pagsigaw. He was not in the best of moods to tolerate his father. Lahat ng emosyon niya ay halos umapaw na sa loob. Na mga nakaraang araw at kaunting sagay lamang sa mga yon ay para na siyang bombang sasabog. Sinadya mong ibenta sa kanila na solidad dahil alam mong mahalaga sa akin yon. Sinadya mo yon dahil gusto mong makapasok sa pamilya nila at makisawsaw sa yaman ng iba. You don't have comes with using other people just to suit your selfish needs. How dare you to try use me? Napaatras ito. Tila hindi nito inaasahan ang tindi ng kanyang galit. Pero mabilis itong nakabawi. Iniisip lang kita. Cassie is suitable wife for you. Shut up. Hinablot niya ang babasaging paperweight at ibinato iyon sa dingding. Marahas na sumalpok iyon sa semento at nakabasag-basag pa. Napaawang ang mga labi ng ama. Hindi ito sanay na makita siyang ganito. He was never the violent type. What is happening to you? Get out. Ano nangyari sa inyo ni Cassie? I said get out. Bakit ayaw niya makipag-usap sa'yo? Asik pa rin ito. It took all of the willpower not to physically harm his father. 2 linggo na mula nang sabihin ni Cassie na ayaw na siya nitong makita at 2 linggo na rin na maaaring masiraan siya. Kumuyumpalad siya at mariing pumikit. Don't try my patience, Dad. Get out or else. Nawala lang ako ng 2 linggo kung ano-ano nang ginawa mo. Sigaw nito na para bang hindi narinig ang kanyang banta. How could you be this stupid? Akala ko okay ng lahat. Pero heto, pagbalik ko sa business trip, sinabi sa akin ni Jay na ibinenta niya na sa'yo ang La Soledad at hindi natuloy ang engagement. How could you be so fucking stupid? Pinindot niya ang intercom. I need security in my office now. Nagpupuyos ang ama sa kanyang harapan. You are stupid just like your mom. Sa isang iglap ay nasa harapan na siya nito. Kinuwelyuhan niya ang ama at marahas itong ibinangga sa isang dingding. Don't you dare! Gumapang ang takot sa mga mata ng lalaki at itiniim nito ang mga labi. He smiled bitterly. In the end, his father was coward. A coward who knew nothing but hurt those who couldn't fight back. Binitawan niya ang ama dahil hindi na niya kayang hawakan pa to. Bumukas ang pinto at pumasok ang 3 security guards. Bumalik siya sa mesa at umupo sa kanyang swivel chair. He's leaving. Escort him outside. Nakatitig na siya sa papel sa kanyang harapan. Hindi niya nakita pero alam niyang matalim ang titig sa kanya ng ama. Walang imik na tumalikod ito at mabibilis ang hakbang na tinungo ang pinto. Don't touch me. Singhal nito sa mga gwardya at padabog na lumabas ng kanyang opisina. Sinundan ito ng mga security guards. Mariin niyang ipinikit ang mga mata. Marahas niyang tinapon ang hawak na papel sa mesa at saka isinabunot ang mga daliri sa buhok. He wanted so much to hit his father. Kasalanan nito ang lahat ng to. Kung hindi nito ginawa ang punyetang engagement na yon, wala sana siyang problema. He would be fucking happy with his peaceful life. He wouldn't be this lost. He wouldn't be this torn. He wouldn't have met Cassie. Humapdi ang kanyang sikmura nang umagos sa kanyang isipan ng mukha ng dalaga. Her smiles, her laughter, everywhere he looked, he could see her. It had been 2 weeks, 2 agonizing weeks of no contact with her. Tumiimbagang siya at nagngalit ang kanyang mga ngipin. God, he didn't know what to feel anymore. Tumunog ang kanyang cellphone at padaskol niyang hinablot at sinagot yon. Yes, Rafi. Annie's soft voice pierced him in the gut. Mariin niyang dinikit sa palad na nakapikit niyang mga mata. Rafi, I'm here. His voice was thick with emotions he did not want to feel. Rafi, ano nangyayari? Bakit hindi mo sinasagot yung mga tawag ko? Bakit iniiwasan mo ako? What is going on? I heard the engagement was cancelled. Honey, please. Not now. Tila pinipiga ang puso niya na sabihin yun sa babae. Pero hindi niya mapigilan. He just couldn't talk about it. Not right now. Not to her. Pareho silang hindi pa handa na harapin ang katotohanan ito. Rafi, what's happening? Naiiyak na ang dating ng nobya at gusto niya itong aluin. Gusto niyang sabihin na walang problema, na okay lang ang lahat, nakagaya pa rin sila ng dati. Pero alam niyang hindi yun totoo. Annie, I need time to think right now. Gusto niyang saktan ang sarili dahil alam niyang sinasaktan niya ang kababata. Ngunit lalo niya lamang itong sasaktan kung magpapatuloy sila sa isang relasyon habang ganito yung nararamdaman niya. Annie, I need time to think. Naging tahimik ang kausap sa kabilang linya. He never wanted to hurt Annie. He promised himself that he would never hurt her. He promised himself that he would protect her and be always beside her. Gusto niya lamang itong pasayahin at patawanin. Pero ngayon, alam niyang wala na siyang kakayahan na gawin iyon. Okay, halos hindi niya marinig ang sagot nito. Okay, if you need time, I'll give you time. He swallowed the painful lump in his throat. Thank you. Tinapos niya ang tawag at isinubsob ang mukha sa mga kamay. Muling tumunog ang cellphone at nakita niyang ama ni Cassie ang tumatawag. His heart jumped in his throat. He hated how desperate he was to answer the call. Yes, kumusta iho? Gusto niyang sabihin hindi maganda ngunit sa halip, isinagot niyang normal na sinagot sa tanong nito. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. And you? Tumawa ang lalaki at hindi niya napigilan ng mainggit dito. He wished he could laugh as freely like that right now. I'm good anyway. I know you're busy but I just wanted to ask you if you have time to come over next weekend. Iimbitahan sana kita sa opening ng boutique ni Cassie. His heart thudded so fast that he thought it would burst out of his chest. The thought of seeing Cassie made him dizzy and weak. Is it okay for me to come? He could not kill desperate hope in his voice. Of course, we'd be happy if you could come. Maingat siyang humugot ng hangin. Cassie already canceled the engagement. At hindi pa rin ito tumatawag sa kanya tungkol sa lagay nito. He could only assume it meant that she was not with the child. At ibig sabihin din nun ay wala itong balak na makita o makausap siya. It made everything inside him hurt. I'll go. Thank you for inviting me. Good. I don't know what happened between you and Cassie, but I hope you can patch it up. Hindi sa pagtutulakan ko kayong dalawa, iho. I just thought it would be a shame if you'd stop being friends for some silly reasons. Pagpasensyahan mo na rin yung anak ko. Medyo matigas yung ulo nun at padalos-dalos din. She's just a little impulsive sometimes. Pumikit siya at sumandal sa backrest ng kinauupuan. Hindi siya makasagot sa lalaki. Kung malalaman nito ang totoong dahilan kung bakit hindi na sila nag-uusap ng unikaihan nito, sigurado siyang ipapasalvage siya nito o marahil itututukan siya nito ng baril at hihilahin sa altar para pakasalan si Cassie. Sa isiping iyon ay nanikip ang kanyang dibdib. The thought of marrying Cassie made his heart clench so bad. Pero alam niyang malabong mangyari yon. Even if she was pregnant, he knew no one could force her to marry him. Hindi lang yon, kung ayaw talaga sa kanya ng dalaga, hindi rin iyon makapipigil dito para magpakasal sa iba at palakihin ang anak niya sa isang pamilya. Nakikita niya na maaaring mangyari. She would fall in love and marry some bastard, and that bastard would be father to his child, and the three of them would live happily ever after. Gusto niyang sumigaw ng malakas. The thought of Cassie marrying another man and building a family with somebody else made him physically sick. O siya, I know you're busy. I'll see you at the opening. Halos hindi niya marinig ang boses ng ama. He painfully swallowed and forced his voice out. Yes, thank you.